magkasibaon mahal.
What up, what up, what up, what up? It's your boy ACS. Welcome back to Georgia Sports Central on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all things out of sports. Apologies, you guys had some technical difficulties going on there. Couldn't get the show quite started on time, but this is going to be an abridged version. I'm going to tell you that right now. I done already lost 15 minutes, which are very valuable to me in this show. So anyway, lots to talk about today. We're going to jump into that real quick, but we're going to take a real quick break, and I'll be right back. Y'all.
IE Sports Radio fans, this show is brought to you by Planet Jerky Premium Brisket Beef Jerky. Planet Jerky is the official jerky of the 2022 California League champion Lake Elsinore Storm, single A affiliate of the San Diego Padres. This all brisket jerky has gluten-free options, contains no MSG, no sodium nitrate, is low in sugar, and high in protein. Go to their website at planetjerky.net and follow them on Instagram at Planet Jerky. Planet Jerky, the jerky that's on a whole other planet.
Rise and shine. It's 4 a.m. The stars are still out. The sun is beneath the horizon, but it's time to punch in and go to work. The comfort of your warm-ups turns into the grinding out of your reps as the clinking and the clinking of the plates create a symphony of euphoria. There's no other feeling like it. Earn it, burn it, and take what's yours. IE Sports Radio has proudly partnered with Vital Apparel, a brand that not only fits great, but also promotes and donates to mental health research. Use our code IESR to get 15% off their comfortable and inspiring gym wear and help them on their amazing journey to support mental health. Go hard, take part in your iron therapy, and be strong. Because when your mental health is as strong as you are, there's no telling how far you'll go.
Hey there, IE Sports Radio fans. Be sure to check out our sponsor, Seal the Deal Wax Seals by Cecilia B. You just finished your very own wedding or baby shower invitations and you're looking for that extra special touch? Maybe you just wrote a letter to a relative or a friend and you want to add to their smile when they receive it. Then seal the deal with Cecilia's handmade sealing wax stamps for your invitations, letters, and gifts. You bring the deal, we'll bring the seal. You can find them on Instagram at sealthedeal_wax stamps and on Facebook, Seal the Deal Wax Seals.
What is good? What is good, y'all? Welcome back to Georgia Sports Central on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all things that are sports. It's your boy ACS. Let me get a few things. Like I said, I apologize. Technical difficulties to start the show. Man, what was I using? For background music? Something that's I'm about to say it's gone. All right. Anyway, welcome to the show. There's a lot to get to. I'm gonna try to do it my best, but as you know, I have a cap on my shows. I can't go past like 8 p.m. because I gotta work. So here we go. Let's jump right in. I'm gonna start off with the Hawks first. Okay. Now the Hawks, as you know, got eliminated from any kind of playoff contention last Friday night. That was their last ditch effort to get into the playoffs with a game against the Magic. That they lost. Wait. Or no, it was the Heat. That's right. It was the Heat. They played the Magic last Wednesday night and lost that one. And so the Heat game was their last ditch effort to get in there. They lost 123-114 to the Heat and were eliminated into the regular season 40-42. Couple things here I'm gonna get into. There's some news. A couple things talking about what the Hawks need to do this offseason. So let's see if we can find the Atlanta Hawks draft picks number 13. In June, they got number 22 also in the first round. And Atlanta will receive the Kings' first round pick if it lands 13 and 30. So if the Kings, if the Sacramento Kings, if their pick for the first round ends between 13 and pick 30, then that pick will go to the Atlanta Hawks, which gives the Hawks 3 first round picks, which is kind of crazy considering. So I'm very eager to see what is done with that. 3 first round picks, man. That's that's some trade fodder in there as well. But looking, so free agents: Clint Capella, Garrison Matthews, Larry Nance Jr., Chris LeVert, Keaton Wallace, and Dominic Barlow. State of the roster: the future in Atlanta is a matter of what lens you're looking through. One shows a team that once again lost in the play-in, failing to reach the playoffs the second consecutive season, a 5th time in 8 years. Then there's a lens that shows a clearer picture. Instead of being one-dimensional, with Trae Young solely as the face of the franchise, Atlanta has shifted to building a sustainable roster. Ultimately, it's not about just one season. GM Hawks Landry Fields said in February, we're here to build a championship caliber roster, not just for a single year, but for years to come. That GM who said that just got fired, by the way. So I'll get to that in a second. Excuse me, got to get that. Lips are dry, man. Lips are dry. Got to keep it moisturized, homies. All right. Let's see. The long-term vision has shifted toward young players, the draft, and financial flexibility to make trades. 4 of their 5 starters, Dyson Daniels, Jalen Johnson, Zachary Westsashay, and Onyeka Ongankwu, are 24 or younger and are either on team-controlled contracts or signed long-term, which is cool. Those 4 players combined with Trae Young, y'all saw what obviously an up and down season to say the least. I talk about it every week on the show about, the Hawks winning 2 games and losing 3, winning 3. It was never consistent going through all the way. And I think only one time this entire season did the Hawks go undefeated between Wednesday to Wednesday shows. That's how I gauge success of some of these Atlanta teams. Let's see how many games. What's your record going to be before next Wednesday's Georgia Sports Central show, in which I'll be talking about it there. So. Daniels is extension eligible this offseason and is considered one of the best wing defenders in the NBA. I consider him to be the best. He became the first player since Albert Robertson in 1990-91 to average at least 3 steals per game. Daniels' impact on the defensive end resulted in Atlanta ranking 18th in efficiency, their highest since 2020-2021. Reese Ashire ranked 2nd in total points among rookies and averaged 14.7 points, 51% from the field, and 41% on 3-pointers since January 30th. Before undergoing season-ending shoulder surgery in late January, Johnson was averaging career highs in points, rebounds, assists, steals, and blocks. He became the first player in franchise history to average 20 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 assists through the first 30 games of the season. All right, and that was Jalen Johnson right there. All right, off-season finances, the DeJounte Murray and DeAndre Hunter trades have taken Atlanta out of the financial purgatory instead of straddling the luxury tax line like in years past. Atlanta enters the offseason right at the salary cap. Besides the possibility of 2 first-round picks, the Hawks had the flexibility to use their $14.1 million non-tax mid-level exception and still be active in the trade market. Atlanta also has the $5.1 million biannual veteran minimum and 4 trade exceptions: $25.3 million, $13.1 million, $3.7 million, and $3.5 million. top front office priority. Pick a direction with Young's future. The four-time All-Star has been the face of the organization since he was drafted in 2018, but Atlanta is facing a decision on whether to commit to the guard. I think we should. I'm a Trae Young fan. I know there's a lot to be said about Trae Young or whatever, but I like him. I'd like to keep him on the team and see if we can add some more. But look, the team is nice. This is a couple more pieces, man. Young averaged a league high 11.6 assists this season, the most since Russell Westbrook in 2020, 2021. And Young's 200 assists in the fourth quarter are the most since John Stockton in 96, 97. The positives of Young sharing the basketball were met with less than efficient shooting season. He shot a career low 53% on shots at the rim and second worst effective field goal percentage of his career. His 355 turnovers this season led all players. So here you go, good and the bad with Trae Young, right? All the assists, all the clutch stuff. Extension candidate to watch. Let's see. Team needs the Hawks improve defensively, but there's still work to do. Atlanta ranked 28th in points per direct pick and last in defending on-ball screens this season, according to the Genius IQ tracking. Draft assets that Hawks have no control over their first-round pick until 2028, but they still possess draft equity in future seasons, including the 2 first-rounders in June. Atlanta has 9 through 2032. The Hawks have the least favorable 2026 first between Milwaukee and New Orleans. The pick does not get conveyed if it falls in the top 5. All right, so there's that right there. Let me see real quick. A couple other things. First of all, came in number 1 play like it finalist for the Rookie of the Year, Zachary Rossishare. Had a great rookie season, man. Great rookie season. So he's a finalist for Rookie of the Year candidate. We'll see if he gets down there. I know he wasn't averaging as much points per game as other rookies, but his impact on the court was felt in other ways. Trae Young clutch ranks this season, first in game winners, first in assists, first in free throws, third in points, and third in threes in clutch moments in games. What they failed to put on there was the turnovers that I just mentioned. What's the win-loss column there? See, there's somebody who can come in there with that. First in Cancun trips. Okay, go. Relax, bro. Relax. Yes, still. You know, it's funny to me, like when somebody, they put out like this little stat thing on Trae Young, the Atlanta Hawks did, right? After the season's over, just shouting out their best player pretty much this season. And people in the comments talking about, yep, first place in Cancun too. Shut up. Nobody cares. Yeah, they got put out the playoffs. All right. I'm disappointed. I'm a Hawks fan. So yeah, there it is. But people who first in Cancun, hardy, hard, motherfucking hars. People, man, people. One more thing to the Hawks before we bounce out of here, or before I move on. Real quick, the Hawks promote Anseh Sala to GM after firing Landry Fields. The Atlanta Hawks fired general manager Landry Fields on Monday and promoted Anseh Sala to fill the position. The team also initiated a search for a president of basketball operations following a 40-42 season that ended with Friday's overtime loss to the visiting Miami Heat in the NBA play-in tournament. All right. Fields, 36, joined the Hawks as an assistant general manager in October 2020, was promoted in June 22. Atlanta fell in the first round of the playoffs in his first season in 2022-2023 before missing the playoffs the past 2 seasons, posting an overall record of 117 and 129 in his tenure. I would generally like to thank Landry, whose ownership always says that. Fields and the Hawks drafted Zachary Rossishare with the number 1 overall pick in the 2024 NBA draft. The French forward averaged 12.6 points and 3.6 rebounds in 75 games during his rookie campaign. Sala joined Atlanta in May 24 after 3 seasons with the Golden State Warriors, finishing his time there as the vice president of basketball strategy and team council. He's previously spent 5 years in the San Antonio Spurs front office. Sala will oversee all day-to-day basketball operations effective immediately. I should have had this Hawk thing up here while I'm talking about it. But every offseason we evaluate how we operate in ways we can improve our organization, Wrestler said. As we enter this pivotal offseason, we have several complex decisions ahead of us, and we are committed to providing the human and financial resources needed to ensure that we navigate these decisions with a high level of precision and foresight. So, Sala, let's see what you got, man. Let's see what you got. Draft in June. We'll see what you got, buddy. New GM for the Hawks, man. New GM for the Hawks. So, real quick, let's jump to some Atlanta United. I mean, obviously, you want to talk about it. You know what? For Atlanta United, it's not even an up and down season. It's a down season, bro. Like just a couple of dubs so far this year. Let me get this pulled up. When it comes to United, obviously, they just had a road trip I'll talk about in a second. Let's see. Look at the power rankings, as I always do, to see how far Atlanta has fallen, because it seems to be what happens here when it comes to them. So, yeah, Atlanta United, the record is 2-3-4, 12th in the Major League Soccer, 3-0 loss to the Philadelphia Union on Saturday. Next game is Saturday at 7:15 versus Orlando. That's what it is, man. Let's get up here and let's check this game out against Philly. Game one of the third road trip of the season didn't go Atlanta United's way. The Five Stripes made a late push after Philadelphia Union had a player sent off, but the home side held on for nearly 40 minutes of play with 10 men and added a third goal late. Atlanta United had troubles dealing with Union's press and once again didn't have the finishing touch in the attacking third. Philadelphia Union, Atlanta United 0. Atlanta United debuted a new formation on the season as Ronnie Delia sent his players out in a 4-4-2 with Alex Marichuk at the striker and Jay Fortune in left midfield. The setup allowed the Five Stripes to be more compact in defense and freed up space in attack for the fullbacks Brooks Lennon and Pedro Amador to overlap often. Marichuk wasn't shy about dropping back to receive the ball and facilitate. The Five Stripes had early trouble with Philadelphia's press, giving the ball away in the defensive third a few times. They always won the ball back or blocked the resulting shot, but attacking momentum was firmly with Union. The 16 minutes saw Philadelphia's best chance of the early going after Noah Cobb let a forward ball bounce. Brad Guzan made his first save of the night, scrambled off his line to stop a potential rebound effort, and the Union shot went wide right. Philadelphia's pressure paid off in the 26th minute. Let's see. Atlanta United kept pushing, and Marichuk drew a foul in the middle of the pitch, a second yellow for Jovan Lukic, who was sent off with their opponent down to 10 men. The Five Stripes had a window. Still didn't win. Still didn't get a goal in there. I'm of course, very disappointed. This is from the coach. Very disappointed. We have a lot of ball, but we are not good enough in the two boxes. I think we lose the ball too much in difficult and easy situations. We're underperforming as a team and also individuals, so that's something I have to look myself in the mirror and take responsibility for. Key stat, 58.6. Atlanta United won the possession battle with 58.6% share of the ball, but as has become a bit of a trend this season, more possession hasn't meant more success. The Five Stripes have just 1 point in the 4 matches that they won the battle for the ball. So, yeah, man, some work to do there. Atlanta United has some work to do for sure. That's obviously, with the record like that, just 2 dubs on the season, bunch of losses, bunch of ties. Not good, not good. So let's see where we fall in the power rankings. Obviously, last week I think we were still number 15, or we stayed pat there. But now we fall in. Oh man, we are in the. Wow, we down there. Atlanta United has fallen to 28th in the power rankings, MLS power rankings. 28th, man. Previous ranking was 20. Atlanta looked lackadaisical against a team that battles for every ball, and it went down 2-0 by the 50th minute on the road. In Philly, the Five Stripes were handed a lifeline when Lukic was sent off, but they didn't do anything about it. That team that spent the most money in the winter window is slipping deeper down the rankings. Yes, they are. Terrible, man. Terrible. I think I'm the bad luck. As soon as I started doing this show, United, trash. Not playing well at all. All right, let's move up. Let's keep going right now. We had a pace. Let's talk about the Falcons, man. Let's talk about NFL in general. We have the draft coming up tomorrow, which is something I will be sort of. It's. Oh, by the way, we're gonna be doing shorts, man. There's IE Sports Radio, man. Shouts out to the folks. We're gonna be doing some shorts. Adding them up. There's been a lot of the hosts who have already been doing shorts. I will be adding my shorts in there as well. As far as just giving like some kind of daily updates, because this show is once a week. And there's a lot that takes place. And therefore, whenever I do the show, there's a lot that I try to cover to make up for lost time. And this is going to make it easier for everybody, man. This is going to make it easier for everybody. So real quick, Falcons. Kirk Cousins showed up for voluntary workouts, which is wild. Didn't think we'd see that, but he did show up for voluntary workouts. Atlanta Falcons 2025 NFL draft picks, full list by round. I already looked at that one. Obviously, I've told this a bunch that they have round 1, the 15th pick, round 2, pick number 46. They don't have a pick in the 3rd or 4th rounds. Round 4, number 18 is 118 is the pick. At round 7, number 218 from Cleveland through Los Angeles Chargers. And then round 7, and the last pick is the pick number 242 from the Rams. They need edge rusher, defensive tackle, cornerback, Leonard Floyd. Obviously, a pickup, good, solid pickup, but they lost Grady Jarrett and things of that nature. So, will Falcons go off script again in the first round of the NFL draft? I doubt that. I think Mike Green is the pick that's been consensus that the Falcons are going to take with number 15. Edge rusher, led the nation in sacks. I don't see that changing at all. I feel like they're going to do that. Pick Mike Green and stick to it. Last year I don't think they had a script. They said they're going off script. I do remember them drafting Michael Penix and blowing everybody's minds. But I'm looking at it I don't know if there was a script talking about they're going to go off script like last season. So, yeah, I have no idea. We'll see what happens with that. Let's see. Yeah, Kirk. Let's get that right here. Let's see, Miller's on a mock draft with only 5 picks. Let's check out Miller's mock draft real quick before we move on. Take a quick break. 225 NFL mock draft. Miller predicts 32 first-round pick by Matt Miller. All right, let's see. Let's get down here to the Falcons. At Falcons, James Pierce Jr., edge rusher from Tennessee. So they think Mike Green will be off the board by then. Is that what this is? Let me see. Kelvin, oh, no, not off the board. So he thinks, let's see, New York Giants will take Abdul Carter, which is a good pick. Let's see. So they say James Pierce Jr. All right, so Mike Green not in this thing up here on the top. I don't even see him in. Mike Green edge to the Chargers, okay, to replace Bosa. I suggest, let's see, Packers with Johnson, cornerback. So, yeah, Falcons, he says that he thinks they're going to pick James Pierce Jr., edge rusher from Tennessee. There was a debate between sources this week about whom the Falcons would target, but they all expect a pass rusher to be the pick. Though Marshall's Mike Green and Texas A&M's Shamar Stewart were brought up by different scouts, the hottest buzz, which came from the same source who connected Michael Penix Jr. to Atlanta before the 2024 draft, told me to pick Pierce. So, James Pierce, it looks like that might be the Falcons' pick. When it comes to the draft, the first round tomorrow night, which I'll sure enough be dropping a little bit of my thoughts on that after the draft sort of the round goes and I get to sort of assess the pick that the Falcons make, and I'll drop a little something online about that just to give you guys something. But anyway, we're gonna take a quick break. You're watching Georgia Sports Central on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all things that are sports.
For the last 10 years, IE Sports Radio has been bringing you amazing content ranging from interviewing legendary athletes, coaches, and other authorized media personnel to building tailor-made shows dedicated to all major sports cities around the country. Make sure to follow us at IE Sports Radio on X, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube to keep up with the latest in sports and with all of our shows. Also, make sure to check out our daily updated website at iesportsradio.com. At iesportsradio.com, you can see our daily show schedule and check out all of our show pages with personal bios to learn a little bit more about each of our awesome hosts. In addition to our show pages, you can catch the IE Sports Radio blog, Hall of Fame, Fans of the Month page, and our merchandise shop, including t-shirts, tank tops, caps, long sleeves, hoodies, and more. For now over a decade here at IE Sports Radio, we've continued to be by the fans, for the fans, and we thank you all for your support and for making IE Sports Radio your direct feed for all that is sports.
What's up, New York? This is Ricky K coming at you at the NY State of Sports, a new show here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Listen to me every Thursday afternoon as we bring you the latest takes on the Yankees, Mets, Jets, Giants, Knicks, Nets, Rangers, Devils, and Islanders. Plus, you get some college hoops and what's the local sports events going on in the area. It's a state that never sleeps, so why not get the opinions and sports takes that never sleep? Again, every Thursday, 2 p.m. to the NY State of Sports. We'll see you then.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Davidson.
It's your boy, Lentarius Locke.
And we are the hosts of Fast Break here on IE Sports Radio, where we discuss everything in the world of basketball from prep to the pros.
You guys should definitely check us out, man. Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We got all the basketball information you guys need, so we look forward to you guys listening in.
And please do, because we are the best basketball show on this side of the Mississippi. And please do check us out on Twitter at FastBreakISR. D-Lock, where's our time again?
8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. That gives you guys plenty of time on a Sunday.
Tune in.
All right, what's good? What's good, you guys? What's good with you guys? Welcome back to Georgia Sports Central on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all things that are sports. Those were just some words. You check out the other shows on the network, man. I try to give everybody some shouts out on the show. Good, big time network, man. IE Sports Radio, man. We're doing big things, y'all. Big things. So anytime you're looking for sports, man, the channel that you're watching this on YouTube right now, that's where to come for it, man. That's where to come for the sports. All right, anyway, so let's talk some Braves real quick, man. Like I said, I apologize for the speed of the show. Technical difficulties at the beginning led to sort of starting late, and it is what it is, man. So let's talk some Braves, man. Braves, man, y'all know it's been the ire of me for this entire season since it started. But first it was dubs. First it was hard to catch one dub, and I was like, all right, we caught some dubs, right? Caught some dubs. Against the Marlins was the first one this season. Then, I was like, hey, can we catch two in a row? It was a while. Couldn't catch two in a row, back and forth. We could catch two L's in a row. And then finally against the Twins this past weekend, we finally swept the series last week against the Twins. 3 straight wins, 6-4, 4-3, 6-2 over the Twins, which Toronto had took the series from us after we won the first game of that one. Sort of made us look like some bitches. But excuse my language. But yeah, and then St. Louis came to town. 7-6 over St. Louis, and then we lost the second game 10-4, which was the Braves were doing so well, hitting nice. I think the score was 4-3, something around that along the lines of 4-2, 4-3. And I had to go to work, and it's of course once I get to work and it's on TV there, I see this start getting their cheeks clapped up to the tune of 10-4 Cardinals, and then this afternoon today, 4-1 over Cardinals. Eli White hit a tie-breaking 3-run homer in the 8th inning, and the Atlanta Braves beat the St. Louis Cardinals 4-1 on Wednesday to win the 3-game series. Yeah, so there you go, man. Braves doing pretty good, man. Look, 10-14, right? 10-14, which look, hey, look, man. At the beginning of the season when it was 0-7, it was bleak. The outlook was very, very bleak. But as you can see, 10-14, fifth, still last place in National League East. I worry about our place in the division later, right? Like right now, let's just stack up as many wins as possible. Next game is going to be Friday night at 9:40 p.m. in Arizona against the D-backs. That's the next series we have. It ain't all good news, though, right? It ain't all good news. Once again, Spencer Strider, man, our ace, who finally came back last week off the injured list and pitched his first game. Obviously, it was a loss. We lost, but he had a couple strikeouts. And he looked good there. Gave up a couple runs in that game, but now he's hurt. Braves put right-handed pitcher Spencer Strider on the injured list with a hamstring strain. Atlanta Braves ace Spencer Strider strained his right hamstring Monday while playing catch and was put on the 15-day injured list. Playing catch, bro. Atlanta made the move retroactive to Friday, 2 days after Strider returned from elbow surgery and made his first big league appearance, April 5th, 2024. Strider gave up 2 runs over 5 innings, like I was saying, in a 3-1 loss at Toronto, and the 26-year-old right-hander was slated to make his home season debut Tuesday against the Cardinals. With Strider sidelined, the Braves will go with a bullpen game against the Cardinals. Manager Brian Snitker said they would decide on an opener on the day of the game. Braves third baseman Austin Riley said he was hoping Strider's injury was a minor one. I hate it for the guy with everything that he's been through. Obviously, I saw an interview with Strider where he feels like he literally said I hadn't contributed anything to help this team in over a year, right? So he had the elbow injury, the surgery that came after that, and then missed all the time in rehab, and he finally was ready to go. And now calf strain, which I'm saying Strider made only 2 starts in 2024 before UCL internal brace surgery on April 12th. Strider finished 4th in 2023 NL Cy Young Award voting and was an all-star, going 20-5 with a 3.86 ERA and a league best 281 strikeouts. Atlanta recalled right-hander Michael Peterson for AAA Gwinnett. Peterson pitched 2 scoreless innings against Tampa Bay on April 13th. The Braves rotation also is without right-hander Ronaldo Lopez, who underwent arthroscopic surgery April 8th after 1 start. He will be out at least 3 months. All right, so It's day-to-day with Strider, I believe. There's no timetable for his return. Obviously, I hadn't seen anything on here to say that. So who knows, man? Who knows? Let's see. Braves lead the lead. Yeah, 6th inning yesterday is when they lost the lead to St. Louis. So the game is earlier this afternoon. Glad to see them bounce back and end the series with a dub to complete the series win. And again, Arizona Diamondbacks on Friday is when that series starts. I will be watching. Wait, what's it say next series? No, that's wrong. That's wrong. I said the Twins, man, the D-backs, bro. The D-backs. Anyway, so that's all about the Braves. Let's talk some Georgia, man. Let's talk some Georgia baseball. Rough weekend for Georgia baseball, man. Not even gonna lie, dude. In a couple of the rankings, they're ranked 10th and lower. Let's see a perfect game. USA, the Bulldogs are ranked number 5. After getting swept this past weekend, they got 4 straight losses. They led the nation. They still got 98 home runs, which is what they had last week at this exact same time. So that is going to be one of the biggest contributors to the Dogs just losing 4 straight games. They got swept by Vanderbilt this past weekend, and then they lost 0-3 to Clemson yesterday. They got a 3-game series against Oklahoma this weekend, y'all. 3-game series against Oklahoma for the Dogs. Hopefully it's they get back on track, start putting some of the balls out there. As far as the Week 10 rankings, for perfect game, as you can see, they were number 5. For D1 baseball, Georgia fell all the way to number 10. USA Today, they fell to number 9. And Baseball America, they failed all to 9. So crazy as hell to be that good of a team all season long, lose 3 games. And but I do believe Vanderbilt was like top 10 too. So it's not like a let's go here. Let's see. Georgia. Let's see. Branch faces off as Sooners visit Bulldogs. Yes, Branch brothers face off as the Sooners visit Bulldogs. Number 2, Crimson Blanks. Number 10, Georgia 3. Just talked about that. And like I said, the rankings, when you look at this right here, Georgia Tech has fallen to 24 in the D1Baseball.com rankings. Let's see if I could USA Today, Baseball Top 25 Coaches Poll. No ranking data available. Okay, I don't understand why that is. It's crazy. Baseball America poll. What the hell? None of these rankings are available? That's crazy. Anyway, all right. So I can't find any of the other rankings. Obviously, I said Tech has fallen down as well to 24 in the rankings. Let's see. So yeah, man, struggles. Let's hope Georgia can get back on track against Oklahoma this weekend. It's gonna be a traffic. I mean, like baseball is crazy. It's crazy how you're ranked 5th in one ranking and then you're ranked 10th in the other. It's always odd to see stuff like that. Let's see, Georgia Tech. Let's see, Random Rec, where they fall at right there. Baseball news, strong pitch performance is squandered at Auburn. That's right. Georgia Tech lost to Auburn as well. Put them up here. Sorry, guys. Sorry for speeding through this, man. Technical difficulties at the beginning of the show gave me a little bit of a pause, man. Let's see where we at. Yeah, Georgia Tech, ranked number 21 right now. In that ranking that we just took a look at, they lost a series against Miami this past weekend, going 0-3, and against number 11 Auburn, they lost 0-1 on Tuesday. So struggles, man, struggles for both Georgia Tech and Georgia's college baseball teams. Let's move on. Talk Georgia real quick. Georgia landed. They got some nice transfers that they picked up. As I mentioned this real quick, Georgia lands transfers: Elo Mendoza, Josh McCray, and Josh Horton. All right. Georgia picked up a trio of transfers Sunday, including one of the top linebackers available in the spring transfer portal window. Army outside linebacker Elo Mendoza, Illinois running back Josh McCray, and Miami defensive lineman Josh Horton have signed with the Bulldogs, sources told ESPN. Mendoza, the number 8 player in ESPN's spring transfer rankings, enjoyed a breakout year during the Black Knights' 12-win season in 2024, producing a team-high 6.5 sacks and earning third-team All-SEC ACC honors. McCray was Illinois' leading rusher last season with 609 yards on 5.2 yards per carry and 11 total touchdowns. The Bulldogs were seeking an experienced back to complement rising sophomore Nate Frazier and secure their top target in the spring window. Georgia backup running back Branson Robinson, a former top 50 recruit, entered the portal Thursday after 3 seasons with the program. So At a later date, I'll tell you what I think about college players getting a spring portal and after that and closer to the season, they can bounce again if they want to switch teams again. That's some nonsense. That's nonsense, right? But anyway, Nico Lamb, I don't even want to talk about him. So a couple things for Georgia right there with those transfers that they were able to pick up at this point in the offseason, which is always good. Hopefully they stick around for the entire offseason. Another football recruit from Georgia, sort of shutting down all his things. He's gone to Georgia, and he's let's see. Yo, hey, what up, man? Appreciate y'all. All right, so anyway, Zach Fort, the Georgia football committee, has decided to completely shut down his recruiting process. Committed, that word means something to four-star safety prospect Zach Fort when it comes to Georgia. When Dog Nation spoke to Fort after his latest multi-day visit to Georgia, UGA for G-Day, he was close to shutting down his recruiting process with competing schools entirely. He thought about it, pondered it. The time is now. I have shut down my recruitment, and I am 100% locked in with the Dogs. Ford told Dog Nation on Tuesday via text message with his own unique spelling for that term. Ford told Dog Nation this week that he has completely shut down his recruitment process. So good, man. Good. I'm looking forward to seeing Fort in a Dogs uniform. Love seeing Fort, and I put this phrase it like this: I can't wait to see Fort in a Georgia uniform come this fall with the team and things of that nature. So yeah, man. Let's see, Tennessee, man. Let's talk some Tennessee football right before we get out of here. Let's see. No, not Tennessee. My bad. Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech has made a deal with Tennessee when it comes to here we go. Tennessee had 2 games for the next 2 seasons against Nebraska Cornhuskers that has been canceled. So Tennessee and Georgia Tech will play a home football series in 2026 and 27. The schools announced Wednesday. The Volunteers will travel to Atlanta to face the Yellow Jackets on September 12, 2026. Sources told ESPN's Chris Lowe that the game is likely to be played at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta and not on campus, but has yet to be finalized. Georgia Tech will go to Knoxville September 11, 2027. The series replaces 2 games Tennessee had scheduled against Nebraska for 26 and 27. Nebraska announced in February that it had backed out of those games. I have no reason for them to do that, but after Nebraska canceled the series, our main focus was to secure another home matchup with an opponent from a Power 4 conference, which seemed improbable at the time. Tennessee Athletic Director Danny White said, I sincerely appreciate Athletic Director Jay Batt's creativity in modifying Georgia Tech's schedule to make this series possible. So Tech, which I'm not sure. Let's see if it says. Let's see. Tennessee and Georgia Tech met all but 3 seasons from 54. Okay, so yeah, they're familiar foes, very familiar foes between Georgia Tech and Tennessee. So that's some news right there, which is probably, if you want to act in some good news, I guess, some Tennessee hasn't played Georgia Tech in a minute, so we'll be seeing that again soon. And let's see. Some Atlanta Dream stuff coming up here. Again, like I said, first preseason game is going to be May 7th. Preseason starts May 2nd at the Mystics. So it says May 7th on here, but I guess that's where it starts. Fever Clark, hopefully. I want to go see this Dallas game, man. Dallas is coming to Atlanta Dream. Where they at? Dallas. I thought I seen it in May. Yeah. Burst. They play against Caitlin Clark and them on June 10th, and then on June 3rd, or where the Wings at? And then May 24th. May 22nd, they play against the Fever. May 24th, they play against Dallas Wings in Atlanta. So I'm gonna try to see if I can't make it to one of those games so I can check it out. Let's see, draft winners and losers, picks we love. Okay, we'll talk about a lot of that stuff next week, man. I just wanted to make sure I mentioned that. Obviously, when it comes to college basketball, both Georgia Tech and Georgia have 0 teams that played in that, and the season is sort of over with the national champions sort of riding high still off of that. So we'll see if there's some more news at that again. And again, you guys, I apologize for the short show. Normally, it's closer to an hour long, but I got a late start. At technical difficulties, don't know what was going on there. Maybe we'll get it figured out. Obviously, I just jumped back in here and did the best that I could with what we had there. So a little news about Gunnar Stockton. So, yeah, not much there. The NFL draft is tomorrow night. I will be jumping on, not a live show or anything like that, but just dropping some short videos over the weekend, man, when it comes to the Braves and things of that nature, and about the draft tomorrow night after the Falcons pick I'll give my brief thoughts on that as well. That should be uploaded to the IE Sports Radio sort of YouTube channel at some point in time after I drop that. So, yeah, I look forward to it. And again, you guys, I apologize. I'm trying to see if there's anything I missed that was pertinent to the news, really. But talked about the draft. Spencer Strider, get well soon, buddy. Get well soon. And the Braves, man, 10-14, but it didn't look like it was going to be that way when it was 0-7 just a couple weeks ago, man. But they win in games, won their first series of the season, or not won their first series, had their first series sweep of the season, and also their first 2 and 3 game win streaks of the season happened this past weekend. So Braves, man, they're moving on. So, and with that being said, I'll be seeing you guys next Wednesday. It's been a pleasure to do the show, and thank everybody who likes to watch every week. And Georgia sports fans, I'll be back next week. You've been watching Georgia Sports Central on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all things that are sports.